He couldn't believe they were doing it. How could they be so stupid? How could he be so stupid? On seeing the Imperial battleships, he jumped on Draco's back, all on impulse, no reason involved. Antonia and Rhea joined him before he knew it, determined to help him attack the Imperials. But 3 against what? Hundreds. It was insane. Still, here he was, riding on his best friend's back, just like the Dragon Knights of old, heading out to face evil. A bit romanticized, he admitted inwardly, but it was how he felt. Patting Draco's neck, he leaned close to one ear. "We're going to survive this," he said. "Try not to fall off while boarding a ship," Draco shot back, laughing at his own joke. "I won't, smartass. Same goes for you, though. Don't get shot down while flying past these bastards." "Listen," Antonia said from behind, tapping his shoulder when we land on the capital ship. "We need to defend Rhea until she can summon her magic. How long will that take? She doesn't know. It's been a while since she's done it." "Great." As they came in range of the capital ship, Matthias could hear orders being snapped off, men shouting, weapons clanging about. He prayed to the gods and the One, asking them to give him strength and courage, to help him fight with honor. Here we go. Matt held his sword high as Draco descended, wind whipping his face. Behind him, he heard Antonia's sword leaving its sheath. Draco dipped close to the ship's bow, then cut straight across its side, getting as close as he could to the deck. With a final pat, Matthias leaped off, arms outstretched to grip the railings, Antonia and Rhea following. Found purchase, pulling themselves up and over. Now for the hard part. Without time to put on armor, Matthias still wore the clothes Coro picked out for him. He must have been quite the sight, as the Imperial soldiers stared at him for a few minutes, looking unsure what to do. "Lady Antonia." Matthias's gaze shifted to a knight on his right, Lord Alexander. Antonia said in turn, a slight edge to her voice. "It has been a long while since we last met." "Yes, and now we cross swords." Antonia's voice grew harsher. "Where is she, Severus?"
Us.
"Who? Don't play the fool." "You know who? Where is Valentia? Mind telling me who this young man is?" the knight asked, ignoring her question. "My name's Matthias Wolf, Dragon Knight." "A Dragon Knight. My, how impressive." Severus stepped closer, Matthias taking up a defensive stance. He chuckled. "Do you believe you can defeat me, son? Or the entire Imperial military? What faith you must have. Where is she, Severus?" This time, the knight attacked. And as he did, so did his men. 3 came at Matthias in one rush, their swords and axes coming down in skilled strikes. He blocked the blows, each one leaving him more exposed, forcing him back. Antonia and Alexander fought across the ship's deck, the female knight delivering well-executed strikes. Rhea stood apart from the action, no one appearing to give her any thought. And she used this to her advantage, summoning her magic, feeling it beginning to surge throughout her body. "What are you doing?" Severus suddenly shouted, glancing back for a split second at his men. "Capture the girl!" Matthias slashed out, killing one of his opponents, wounding another, and rushed to Rhea's side. Out in the skies, they heard Draco roar as he attacked another battleship, a shrill human scream piercing their ears. "Wait! Stay safe, buddy," Matthias whispered. The Imperial soldiers advanced on him. As they did, he saw Antonia go down, blood spewing from a wound in her stomach. "Antonia." Severus laughed at his cry, driving his sword into the knight's chest. No. He fought to keep himself composed, to stay in place to protect Rhea. Antonia's eyes found him for a brief moment. Severus brought the sword down again on her head, busting her skull open. Flicking the gore off his sword, Severus turned around to face Matthias, his smile mirthless. "If you do not wish to join this mess," he said, indicating Antonia's head with a finger, "surrender now. I'm sure the Empress could find some use for a dragon knight." Suddenly the skies turned black. Flash of lightning, crisp and hard struck. Then more came. Soon it began to rain. The roar of the thunder grew, the lightning strikes moving toward a ship in the distance. The elementalist. She's using her magic. Matthias looked back at Rhea, stunned. The sweet, innocent girl he had known throughout the journey was gone, swept away by grief. In her place stood a monster. Her eyes a blaze of purplish blue, hands coursing with electric fire, hair a coarse mane of electricity. "Rhea? What do we do, Prime Minister? Matthias focused on Severus again, knowing who exactly he was. I can't fight him. Antonia couldn't defeat him. What hope do I have? Move. The voice was hollow, otherworldly. He realized it was coming from Rhea. Move now. She commanded again, so he did. Rhea locked onto Severus, the Imperial Prime Minister, finally getting a good look at what he caused. Not liking it one bit. Retreat, get off. ARRRGH. A blast of purple energy exploded from Rhea's hand, drilling into Severus's torso, eating away at his flesh, invading his insides, and burning a hole straight through him. As he died, Rhea turned on the remaining knights, flicking them off the ship like bugs, hurling them into the skies where they fell to their deaths. Next, the elementalist focused on the surrounding ships. Stretching out her arms, she shot out tentacles. They latched onto the ships, then she began to pull. For all of her strength, Rhea lifted the ships into the air, throwing them out farther into the skies on a collision course with each other. When they collided, the destruction was total. In one giant explosion, the two ships blew apart, the shockwave rocking the capital ship, Matthias struggling to stay on his feet. The other ships in the fleet, when they saw their comrades destroyed so easily, began pulling back and retreating. Soon, only the capital ship remained over Ikana. Rhea moved past Matthias, heading down below deck, sure to find Valentia there. He followed, intent on seeing things through.